Hello guys, welcome to Relocations TV. Today we've got a packing job from Guernsey to the UK, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this video to create the best packing hacks on YouTube. The reason why these are the best packing hacks is because I've been in the moving industry for 18 years now, and when I look at other packing hack videos on YouTube, a lot of them are coming from people who are just moving home. There's not actually anyone from the moving industry who's actually put some packing hacks on YouTube. So we're going to be the first to do it. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Okay, so first thing first, we can see we got some books. So we're going to get our smaller boxes that we pack books into. We're going to make them up, and I'll show you how to do that, how to tape them the correct way. And then I'll come back to you and show you the correct way to pack books. Okay, so I know I'm packing more than one box, so I usually get, 2 or 3 out like this, because sometimes you spend a lot of time just making boxes up. So I like to have 3 or 4 on the go, at one time. So yeah, get yourself some tape. I've got one of these guns as well, which just tears the tape easily, because if you're doing it all day, breaking it with your fingers, eventually, your fingers start hurting. You could use scissors, however you want to do it. I use the gun. So yeah, so the correct way to tape these boxes, is you see the seal, rather than just go one seal down there and seal it shut, we want to do one here first to tack it, and then we'll go across. And then if you really want to, if it's going long distance, you can seal the ends as well. Okay, so let me just demonstrate that. So that's what I mean by going across ways. So now that it's housed, and it makes it a lot easier to now seal it. So now you've got double the strength. And then I'll just do the side bits for you as well. Okay, so yeah, that's like so for the sides as well, just to make sure it's all airtight. I mean, we wouldn't normally do this unless it was going deep sea into a container, say for 6-7 weeks or something. We would do that to make sure it's airtight. But usually it's just one across and then one down the middle. So I've got my box, so I'm going to start packing the books and show you how to do it. So we've got some books here. The way to put them into a box is this way, like this, because then that way, that is their strongest side. So if we get one of these, which is more of a paperback, if I was to push down there, I can hardly bend it. If it's going to go there, it's going to like go sort of folded over. And a lot of people try and pack them flat as well. I mean, you can do that, but they might sort of warp. The best way to do it is standing up like this, and if they're packed tightly, they cannot move, and they'll be exactly the way they were before they were packed. Okay guys, so I've done one layer now. So as you can see, I've stood all the books up. I've tried to keep them, the same height for the first layer as best as I can, putting the big ones at the end, trying to put all the spines sort of the same way. You can't always do it, as you can see with this one. But yeah, you can see now that we've still got a little bit more of the box to go. And to be honest with you, it's better to put lighter items on the top now, because that alone is heavy enough for the movers. And again, anything that is heavy, that just basically it means more risk of damage. So what we want to do now is pack that out, maybe with some cushions. So we've got some cushions here, so I'm probably going to use those, because these are already, they're nice and compact in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get a cushion now. Okay, so that cushion would be absolutely perfect just to top that box up. Okay, so I'm just going to do that, seal these, and then I'll show you some more stuff. Okay, so all the boxes are packed now. So all that's left is to label them up. So what you want to do with labeling is you want to put your name, if you're packing yourself, you want to put the owner's name, you want to put the contents, and you want to put the room name. The most important here is probably the room name, because when you get to the new house, instead of you telling the movers which room each box is going in, if it's already labelled, then it's just going to be nice and easy, and they're going to be self-sufficient, and they're not going to be asking you every 5 seconds, where do you want this, where do you want that. You know, moving day is hectic enough as it is, so that's the last thing you want to do. Oh, mate. As you just saw, guys, our team come along because they just finished their jobs. Like, both teams finished, so they come here to give me a hand to load up, and I didn't expect that today, so that's good. That's good news. That puts us ahead of schedule on this move, and yeah, the boys have done really well. So sorry for the interruption of the packing video, but I thought I would get them in there as well. I got Brandon in there because Brandon's our main man. I think that's why we're ahead of schedule, because Brandon's back. So yeah, so I'm in the kitchen now anyway, the guys have gone, so I'm going to crack on and show you how to pack some fragiles. Okay, so we're in the kitchen, and obviously we're going to be packing a lot of fragile things that need to be wrapped in paper. So first and foremost, we've got our paper here. This is just flat paper that we buy. If you're packing yourself, ask your moving company if you can have a pack of this. If not, you could buy it online, Amazon or something like that. You definitely need this paper. You don't want to wrap up in newspaper or nothing like that, because all that's going to happen is the ink is going to come off of like the paper and that, and you're going to have ink on your fingers, ink on your cups and everything, you know. So you need this straight flat paper. So I mean, once you've got it, put it onto a flat surface. So here it's perfect, we've got like a dining table, so we're going to use that. Okay, and now we're just ready to wrap things. I've got my box here that you can't see because it's off screen, and I'm just going to show you what I do with the box. So if you can see that at the bottom there, that is just a load of what we call crushed paper, and basically all that is that's recycled paper from previous moves. So our customers say, do you want us to get rid of this paper? And we say, no, please keep it, because what we do, we put it in the bottom of the box, because that now acts as a nice bed and cushion for all the breakables to be stacked on. Okay, so let's find some things and I'll show you what to pack. Right, so the first thing I'm going to show you how to pack is some plates. Okay, with plates we just want to wrap them. We just need a layer over each one. So that's fine there. And we're going to wrap them up in one big pack, and then that way they can't move. Because that's the key with packing. It's more about putting things in a box safely Yes, but the most important thing is making sure they can't move and they can't clang together. Okay, so now these plates are wrapped up really tightly. We're going to put them in a box standing up like that, because this is the strongest edge, okay? So if any weight goes on that, it's not going to break. It's going to take a lot to break it. So put them in this way. I would not recommend putting all the plates into one box, okay? Because it's just really heavy. It's harder to lift, and like I say, it's got more chance of the people putting the box down heavily. They sort of like drop it down rather than put it down due to the weight. So again, like I've said before, the heavier the box, the more risk of damage. So we've got a vase, a nice big vase. Okay, again, the strongest point is on the top here, so you can put a lot of weight on that and it wouldn't break. Just imagine if you were to put it in the box that way, and if you were to push on that, you've got more chance of breaking it, you know. So it's quite obvious. You just find the strongest point, and then you put things into the box that way. So we're going to wrap this one up. Okay, and we're going to put them in the box like that. Pots and pans now, I mean, they're not breakable, but what I do, I wrap usually one of them up. Like so, and I put it on top like that. And then just like the plates, they go in on their sides. They go in on their sides because of the handle, because if you were to just put them in normally, the handle would be sort of sticking up, and if any weight goes on that, you could break the handle, whereas if you put them down on their sides, the handle is already down and there's less chance of damage. So we've got some bulbs now. I mean, no matter how well you wrap these up, and even if you put them at the top of the box, they're so fragile. You know, they're really at risk, these bulbs. So what I do is I find a Tupperware box and I put them in there. So I'm just going to do that now. I'm just going to get the box. So yeah, I always look for a Tupperware box like this when I'm packing a kitchen on a move, and that's perfect. I'll just split my paper. So again, just wrap the bulbs up. And place them in the Tupperware box. The reason why they're better in the Tupperware box than just on their own in there is because the Tupperware box, it's got a lid, you know, so it's going to be protected. So again, make sure your bulbs are in there, like so. They can't move, nothing can move there. Just put the lid on, make sure the bulbs are not sticking out. So again, yeah, it's protected on the top, but even that, it's a little bit, you know, if you had weight on the top there, it would still maybe get through and get those bulbs. So what we want to do, we want to do it like the plates, so the strongest point's here. So we just either want to stand it up or put it on its side into a box, and those bulbs are safe. That's a top tip, that one. Frying pans, these are just the same as pots basically. So again, you know that they can't break, but we don't want them clanging together in a box. It just doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound healthy. And plus, we don't want that breaking anything else. So we wrap one of them up. and then put them in a box sideways. Okay, I'm just going to grab the camera and I'll show you what the box looks like. So yeah, as you can see, I've tried my best to fill the box up sort of level. You know, it's a little bit, there's a little bit up and down in there, but that's not too bad. So now, like, nothing can move in there. We've got them plates on their side. We've got the vase standing up. We've got the bulbs in the Tupperware box. We've got the pots wrapped up and the pans. And we've just put a few plastic Tupperware boxes in the middle and a grater just to stop things from moving. We're going to take that a step further now, and we're just going to put some crush paper on the top so there's another bed, and then we'll fill the rest of the box up with some lighter items. Now we've put the crush paper in the middle there of that box, we've just got to fill the top layer up now. So these mugs will be perfect for that. We wrap them up and then we put them into the box standing up, because again, that is the strongest point, standing up like this. Okay guys, so one of the hardest things to pack are lampshades, because again, no matter how, you know, how delicate you are and how gently you put them into a box, they're still at a big risk, because if anything gets stacked onto that box, it could crush. The lampshade could easily crush, and it's just broken, you know, it's beyond repair, and you've got to get a new one. So again, the best thing for lampshades is find yourself something like this, which is a trunk, because it's got a sealable lid, you know, so all the weight's going to be on there. So just put the lampshade in like so. We could put something in there to stop it from moving if we wanted to, and then we would just put it down like that, and that lampshade is safe for transit and moving. So I've just been packing some cosmetics in the bathroom. It's quite echoey in here, but I hope you can hear me okay. Again, so what I've done, I found a Tupperware box from the kitchen and I put everything in there. So nothing can spill, everything's sealed, and this now will go into a box. So in this room we've just got some bedding, some linen items, so there's no real trick with these, to be honest. It's just put it into a box neatly. But there's a picture here as well. Just get it off the wall. So when I see soft items like this, I see an opportunity to get rid of some awkward pictures as well. Okay, so again, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some soft items at the bottom, just like our crush paper in the kitchen. This is a similar sort of technique, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get some paper. I'll be right back, and I'll pack the picture and I'll put it in the box. So now I've got the picture wrapped up, I'm going to put it again, standing up, strongest point, and put it on the bed of bedding that I put in there. It's got a nice cushion. When that's in transit and the lorry's going over loads of bumps, or the ship is going through rough seas, that layer at the bottom there is going to really come into play, and everything stacked on top is going to be, you know, cushioned. It's going to have a nice comfy ride, and like I say, the layer at the bottom is just going to absorb all the shock and all the impact, so everything stays safe. Okay guys, so we're all done for today. We've been packing now for 8 hours. Everything's done, the van's all shut up, ready to go. I hope you enjoyed the video. If there's anything that I missed, please let me know, and I'll do a video about the things that I've missed out. If you've got any questions whatsoever, please write in the comments and we'll get back to you. And yeah, just let me know. And if you like this channel, please subscribe, because this channel's growing. We're the only moving company doing it as far as I'm aware, and we really appreciate your support. Thanks again guys, I'll speak to you on the next episode. I've also written a downloadable ebook called The Art of Packing. There's loads of packing tips in there that kind of just elaborates on what we've touched on in the video. It goes into making essential boxes and keeping things safe, like exclusion zones, and much more in there, you know. So if you prefer reading, I'll put a link at the bottom of this video in the description, and you can download it from there. Like I say, it's downloadable, so within a couple of clicks it'll be in your phone, your iPad, your desktop, however it is you like to read. I'll leave that with you guys. I look forward to speaking with you soon.